Denahan has this mantra or trademark called the art of hospitality, and it actually started with the Denahan family 50 years ago, and it truly is culturally how we run our hotels. And Alex is the epitome of leadership in that area. Perfect example was Hurricane Sandy. He was here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, really helping the guests and the staff cope with the conditions. We had no electricity and we're on generator.
During Hurricane Sandy was a completely different situation, and it was more of a 24/7 operation for 5 days in a row. And this is truly what showed to us, if you had a strong managerial team, it was a true test. Without power, we had to ensure that our engineering team had to feed in emergency generator, bringing gallons of fuel from ground level up to the rooftop every few hours.
And Alex actually carried gas cans up the stairs and filled up the tanks along with his engineers. He went out and bought food for the staff and carried it back to the hotel. He made sure every guest was as comfortable as they could be under the circumstances.
What's amazing about that time is also we had several associates that were personally affected by this tragedy. We had a guest service agent that lost his house. We had an engineer who had a similar situation on Rockaways, and yet he continued to stay here. His priority was the hotel because he knew we needed him.
Even during the week that we were without power after Hurricane Sandy hit, he somehow found a way to find something to laugh about. There at times felt like there was nothing to laugh about, but somehow he was able to bring that out of us.
No matter what was thrown at him, he remained positive. And again, that's not a trait you can buy in someone. That's who they are, and I think at his core that's who he is. He's just a hospitable person.
It's the housekeeping team that had to work with their flashlights basically to clean rooms to ensure that the guest is still being serviced. It's our front desk who worked tirelessly answering questions without computers for the most part.
The one thing I can say is that every staff member supported Alex throughout, and he wouldn't let them down. We have always had really high TripAdvisor scores at the Dumont, and that's because the leaders here have always cared more about the guests than anything else.
My philosophy for managing is to allow empowerment, promoting creativity, and we really promote this here where a lot of our managers and line staff is cross-trained in different disciplines. This makes everybody's job a lot easier when you need that assistance, when somebody is not available to come to work. You're able to have people cover different departments and really help each other. But I'll be honest with you, it was not difficult. It was not really tiring because when you enjoy what you're doing, it kind of comes naturally. You just don't see yourself doing anything else at that particular moment when you're dealing with an emergency situation like that.